Welcome back to Let's Play Little Ninja Brothers, as we take on the final dungeon of the game. And you see off screen, I leveled up to level 41, killing those gargoyles in the fire castle for 150 experience each. Or you can kill the uniguns in the desert area like I did throughout most of the first part of the game. And if you notice, there's no convenience store in the town of Lingrang or Mei-Tong, so if you die, you gotta start all the way back in Chatsi and have to trek all the way back. It's a little bastard move in the game. And we're gonna call on Moo Man to open the door that leads to Mount Cone-Rum. And of course, one does not just walk into Mount Cone-Rum. We have to go through the cave that leads to Mount Cone-Rum. But the enemies here, not really that difficult. They're pretty easy if you know how to kill them, or if you know where the treasure chests are located, of course. And don't bother wasting any skateboards in this area. And the QP Fox can be defeated pretty easily. And we fought him before. Just kill him with jump kicks or dragon kicks, and he's immune to punches. And he's gone. Now I would like to try to leave one Jack imitation on the screen, or else the QP Fox he'll just split 4 more Jacks for you to fight. So we're gonna skip those ninjas, but if I do have to fight them, I'll show you an easy way to take them out. And just follow the path that I'm going. I'll show off a map at the end of the episode. This area has a lot of dead ends, so it's pretty easy to get lost here. Alright, we're gonna fight these guys, and the best way to fight these guys is with the boomerang T-stars. But first you want to take out these stupid Buddha monk statues, and use your boomerang T-star. And if you punch this rock, you'll get it back. So it's a pretty easy way to kill these ninjas. You pretty much get a free supply of ninja stars or T-stars to kill these guys. I wouldn't bother fight these guys up close and personal. They can do about 20 damage per hit. So all you gotta do is, use the boomerang T-stars and punch the rock, and you can get them back. So you'll keep a full supply of T-stars. And these gargoyles, I'm not gonna bother with. The gargoyles in this area, they don't give as much experience as the ones in the fire castle, or in, the ones in the actual Mount Cone-Rum itself. And for these guys, they're pretty much the same thing. You just take out 1 or 2 of these, and just use your T-stars. Use the boomerang, and you can punch the block, and you get the T-stars back and refilled. And now you can pretty much just take these guys out pretty easily. Just be sure to kill those Buddha monk statues, because they can be pretty annoying with their projectile attacks. But the toughest battle in this area are the ninjas. But since you have an easy way to get boomerangs, it's not really that difficult. And it's gonna run from all these guys, and we should be here. There we go. Alright, and we made it. And what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna make a save state, just in case I fuck up the next part. And I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and we're all set and ready to take on the final area of the game, Mount Cone-Rum. And this area is a little bit mazy, but not as much as it looks. And some of the enemies here we fought, right before you fight Blue Boltar and Yokon. And of course you're gonna have the gargoyles as well. And these guys, the red mages, we're just gonna run from these guys. And there are 3 battles in this area that are pretty much a must run. One is the red mages. The second is the 4-armed monkey, and here you just want to mash on a punch button, take that one out in the middle, and just do a jumping punch to take out the gargoyles. And just a jumping punch, and we got them. The gargoyles are pretty easy in this area. And I was saying before, the red mages, the 4-armed monkey, and also the gold dragons, those battles are a must run, especially these ass. Just run from these guys. And if they catch up with you, they can catch up with me, but then they're not going to catch up with my skateboard. Yeah, those 3 battles are, yeah, just pretty much run, skateboard out. Yeah, because, yeah, those battles are just pretty much death insurance. But at the end of the episode, yeah, I will show off little bonus stuff of me fighting all these monsters here. They caught up with us. Yeah, but they're not gonna catch up to this. Yeah, don't waste your time fighting these guys. So long, Gay Bowser! And you can actually run into Devilian here as well. Yeah, as a regular battle, so... But if you do run into Devilian, I would suggest actually fighting him. Well, running first, but if he catches up with you, don't bother using a skateboard. But if I do run into him, I'll show it off. But if not, yeah, I'll show it at the end of the episode. And we had the Mad Batter. Yeah, this guy's pretty easy. Yeah, don't waste a skateboard on this guy. All you gotta do is just stand right here and just punch him 3 times. Yeah, just don't let him stand out on the screen too long, or else he'll spawn those 4 red ghost archers. Yeah, and then the battle can be pretty annoying. And we got more gargoyles. Yeah, they caught up with me. Yeah, just punch, spam on the punch button, take out the middle one pretty easily. Yeah, this one might be pretty tough. He's stuck up in the mountains there. Yeah, damn it. Yeah, it took some damage, but yeah. Yeah, and also be sure to bring that buy the prism shield so you can block their shots. And this 4-on monkey, yeah, we're just gonna run. Yeah, don't waste your time fighting this guy. Yeah, and also be sure to have a full Mighty Ball counter when coming here as well. Because yeah, I am going to use that against the final boss of the game, or else he could be pretty fucking annoying. Even with the Mighty Ball, he's pretty annoying. And another run from. And from here, it's pretty much straightforward. Yeah, there are other ways how to get up here, but yeah, it's not really that important. And stand right here, and just punch 3 times. And he's gone. Yeah, you get a decent amount of experience from these battles, though, I tell you that. Another gargoyle. And we're just gonna run, of course. And one more step. We're gonna run. Yeah, just keep giving me these mad batters. Yeah, I don't mind that. Save me a skateboard. Alright, I'm almost there. And another mad batter. Yeah, as slow as these guys move, he's pretty good at catching up with us. But he can't catch up with my prison fist. And we're here. And beyond that door leads to the final boss, King Gulp himself. But yeah, what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'm going to make a save state here. And I'll show off fighting all the monsters in this area. Alright, here's the first group of enemies that we ran from, the Gold Dragon and Toadman. And of course, yeah, you want to use a sword against the dragon. He can't be killed any other way. And what makes this battle difficult is that you really don't have a lot of room to maneuver around. You got the water in the middle, and also you got the skulls that also get in your way. And just try to stand at the bottom screen and take the dragons out like that. And of course, just watch out for the dragon's projectiles, because yeah, they do more damage than actually running into the dragon itself. And you can kill the frogs if you want to. Yeah, 'cause their main purpose is to just knock you into the water. Yeah, I really don't care about the loss of experience killing the frogs. Alright, we got him. Yeah, you can see I lost about 60 to 70 HP during just for that one battle. Really not worth fighting. Not even for the gold. And here we have the red mage. Yeah, we fought this guy right before we fought Blue Boltar and Yokon. And basically the same strategy applies here. And just go to the T-stars and use the boomerang T-stars. And just spam away at him. Yeah, eventually, just keep shooting the boomerangs. Eventually you'll hit him, it'll do a ton of damage and he'll die. That's basically the easiest way to kill him. Yeah, not really worth fighting him up close and personal. Not for that amount of experience. And here we have the four-armed monkey. Yeah, another bastard enemy. Yeah, I just used the mighty ball on him last time I fought him, but yeah, the way to fight him is that, well, basically you can only hit him when his balls are out, literally, and he's immune to all T-stars except for the fixer. And what the fixer does, it stuns enemies. So it's not really that much of a, doesn't do that much damage, but it's the only T-star that he's weak against. So pretty much gonna have to use it. And when he shoots out the balls, you can use the doors to maneuver around him. And just go around him and kill him like that. Yeah, it becomes a real pain in the ass when there's only one of them on the screen, one of the four-armed monkeys that is, and yeah, he'll start shooting out 2 or 3 of the little ball-type enemies, which kind of looks like poison mushrooms from the Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels a bit. Ah, damn it. I wanted to go through the door. And we got him. Alright. They call him Devilian. Yeah, even Devilian shows up as a random battle here. Yeah, I guess King Gulp just demoted him and now he's just a boss in Mook's clothing. But if you're forced to enter the battle, don't use a skateboard right away. And for 2 reasons, because if you punch the top left skull block, you get a free health, and this is the only health out of all the battles in Mount Cone-Rum, and Devilian fights the same way as he did as a boss, but it's easier now because you have the doors to go in and out of. And if you punch the 3rd block from the left, you can get a free skateboard, and make the easy escape. It's pretty much a get-out-of-jail-free card. So long, Gay Bowser! And here's a crude map of the cave to Mount Cone-Rum, and also Mount Cone-Rum itself, which kind of looks like Oogie Boogie's mansion in Kingdom Hearts 2, or that ghost boss in Star Tropics in that graveyard dungeon, but nah. The cave to Mount Cone-Rum on the left, it only has one way in and one way out, but yeah, it sure does have a lot of dead ends which can screw you over, and in Mount Cone-Rum itself to the right, I believe there's actually 2 ways you can get to the final boss, but yeah, I can only remember the one I took in this episode, but anyways, in the next episode, the finale of Let's Play Little Ninja Brothers, we actually will see if King Gulp can stand to the mightiest of challenges. Welcome back to Let's Play Little Ninja Brothers, the finale as we take on King Gulp, the final boss of the game. And make sure you have a full Mighty Ball counter of 6 before taking him on, because, yeah, of course, he can be extremely cheap, like every other boss in this game. And yeah, he is twice per round. He also has that Wump attack that can stun you, and other Mickey Mouse attacks like Sacred Medicine that restores his HP, but he only uses that when he's close to death, though. So, without further ado, let us take a breath, and let us enter the world of survival horror. And of course, like all the turn-based battles in this game, you want to call your ally. And of course, he's going to get his little cheap attacks in. Two cheap attacks in, I mean. Yeah, like I mentioned before, yeah, he can hit twice per round. And after you call your ally, yeah, you don't want to use the Mighty Ball, you want to use the combined cross attack. Yeah, if you use the regular Mighty Ball attack, it weakens his defense, and you can do a ton of damage to him. Yeah, I did 132 there, but yeah, the bad thing is he can still dodge those attacks, and those effects wear off in a turn or so, but yeah, the combined cross is a guaranteed damage, it's undodgeable, so it's pretty much up to you what you want to use, the Mighty Ball, or the combined cross attack. And he's also susceptible to boo bombs as well. And that prism claw. Hit him right between his 5 eyes there, and his 4 arms, and 4 of those little, whatever those things are, I guess those are tails. Ugly bastard. And he also has that annoying Wump attack. Yeah, that's why I got to level 41, so I can just have the HP and the strength to survive his attacks. And yeah, we pretty much just have to, yeah, we're gonna have to just milk it out here. Hopefully we'll get out of this soon. Yeah, you really want to do is either stun him with the boo bombs, or you can use the fixer as well. Alright, we got out of that crap. And we're gonna use the fixer. And like I said before, the fixer, it stuns enemies. You can also use it against regular bosses too. Alright, there we go. And King Gulp has been frozen, and pretty much all you gotta do now is dragon kick this guy to death. Yeah, before those effects wear out. And a couple more dragon kicks should do him in. Hopefully he should stay stunned. Yes, he is. And this should be it. Enough! You must defeat my dragon kick to stand a chance. And just like in the older Dragon Warrior games, yeah, there's no random battles anymore. And there's really nowhere else you can go but Yokan. As they just conveniently built a bridge there. And I think all these guys say the same thing. Yeah. You did it, thanks a lot. Yeah, they could have changed up the dialogue there, Culture Brain. You really did well. Oh, yeah. And yeah, that guy on the left there, yeah, that's the same guy in the intro that got punched in the head by Blue Boltar. Sure, just name your price. Practicing. Practice. Practice? You guys talking about practice? You just beat the game. You don't need to practice. Practice? No. Voices of the Divine. And there goes Master Roshi and Princess Pepperoni Cheeks. Reason we won because we did some leveling, you know, as well. I misread that. I thought it said, keep your hands clean. And that's the end of Let's Play Little Ninja Brothers. Now, I'd like to thank you for watching, whether you're watching this today or sometime in the future. And I will see you in the next Let's Play whenever I get to uploading whatever I feel like uploading. But until then, and enjoy the ending. Let's Play together in Chinaland. Yeah, so I guess they were doing Let's Plays before YouTube. Well, gameplays and commentaries and things like that. Yeah, that was way back in the late 80s and early 90s, back on the public access channels. They used to have those, so... Yeah, YouTube really wasn't the first to do commentary over video games. Now, I like this ending here.